Good morning. It's Sharice here, and I'm going to be trying out the Morphe Fluidity Foundation today. I have the shade F5.20. So this is in the darkest category. I can't remember if it was deep before dark. In the darkest category, and I believe this shade is described as like a neutral brown with slightly golden undertones or something like that. I swatched it on my hand and it seemed to match perfectly, so I'm excited to try it on my face. My skin is already prepped. I've already cleansed, exfoliated, toned my face, moisturized, and then I went in with the Ordinary High Adherence Silicone Primer for surface smoothing. Because it's not dry, it just smooths out your skin, so I decided to go with that. And under my eyes, I also put the Becca Under Eye Primer. It looks like this. They're anti-fatigue under eye primer. All right, I've got coffee. Let's jump right into this. It's 5:51, so I'm a little bit behind schedule, but I really want to do this on camera because I haven't put it on my face yet. So I'm shaking it up. I've seen several reviews on this, but I want to decide for myself. Supposedly, you don't need a lot. So let's go ahead and just do a zigzag on each side. As you can see, the color looks really good. And I'm going to blend it out using this e.l.f. brush. I think it's like a buffing brush. It blends really easy. I would say that this is you can see the color is like spot on, perfect, beautiful. It does have a smell. It blends really easy. I would say that this is like a medium plus coverage because I can still see my imperfections peeking through a little bit. Right now, I'm loving the way that it looks on my skin, but I can still see my imperfections peeking through. So I'm going to have to like go in with another layer, but the color looks so good with my body. So I did good with the color match. I also decided to pick up 540 just in case this one was a little bit too light, but this one's perfect. And I'm going to take the 540 back to Ulta, which is something I usually don't do, but I'm going to take it back because I don't need it. And I know it's supposed to be on a no buy, not buy any foundations, but I was just so curious because I love foundations so much. And this built up really, really easy and really, really nice. You just saw how that covered, how it built up, and I'm pressing it into my skin with this brush. Wow, that just built up really nice. And you see how smooth my skin looks. And the color is beautiful. So far, so good, in my opinion. We're going to put a little bit more on this side. Yeah, a little bit goes a long way, so I suggest starting with a little bit and then building where you really need it. So I need some more under the eye just so that looks flawless and even since I don't wear concealer. And then on my cheek and temple area where I have a lot of acne scarring. I have combination skin that has some dry patches, but right now it's covering the dry patches really well. I have some on my chin. This is also a spot that has some dryness around it. So is this. And then I have a spot on my forehead that had a little bit of dryness. And as you can see, my forehead isn't covered yet. And the color is matching really well because look, this is my skin. No foundation is right here. This is also my birthmark. So far, I'm liking the way that this is looking, but it seems like it gets oily on people or just doesn't last. I don't know. It just goes kind of haywire with time. I just put way too much right there. You can also see it starts off a lot lighter than when it dries down to you. So be aware of that. And the color on top of the box is nowhere near the actual color of the foundation. Like, look what the top of the box looks like. That looks nothing like my skin. Like, so don't trust the color on top of the box Read the descriptions and do the little quiz. That's what I did to figure out my match because I did order this online. I just got some on my eyelid. I don't want any on my eyelid though. So I'm not doing any eyeshadow today. Yeah, I just put way too much over here on my forehead. So we're gonna try and spread the love to other places. As you can see, I'm just patting it up here into my hairline. Wish I could rub my nostrils. So far, I think this foundation looks absolutely beautiful with the primer that I used. It's making my skin look absolutely flawless and even. Everyone says that this is like a super matte, but as you can see, it's not super duper matte on my skin right now. There's a little bit of sheen to my skin. I am really liking this so far, but we have to see how it wears with the rest of my products. I'm gonna go ahead and finish my face on camera because I've been doing a really simple, quick, easy makeup look. I might not even do all the steps because I am running a little bit behind. But yeah, this looks really good so far. Like the color, amazing. That quiz, I chose that I was in the darkest category, that I had deeper skin in that category, that I have more of an olive undertone because my veins look both blue and green, mostly green, but also a little bit blue. Like on the inside of my arm, I do not burn. I tan super easily, like super easy. Like 15 minutes, your girl needs a new foundation shade. I literally just did their quiz and this is one of the colors that they suggested. And I decided to go with this one and then the next deepest. But like I said, do not go by the top of the box because it looks nothing like the actual foundation shade. So that is one of my biggest criticisms for people that are trying to buy online. If you look at, or even in the store, if you're just going by the outside of the box, you're going to get the wrong shade. Like take the quiz and see what it suggests for you. And if you're stuck between a couple answers on the quiz, do it twice and like screenshot the suggestions that it makes at the end and then like kind of go from there. Because the suggestions may or may not overlap, just depending. All right, so I feel like this is blended out, super smooth, really even. You can see how it goes over textured skin, over acne prone skin, because I do have some remnants of 2 pimples right there. You see the color, the tone of the color. It looks really good right now. Sorry, I'm a little congested. I don't know what's going on with my sinuses right now. So far, I really like this. I was able to build it. Ooh, it does transfer to the touch, so I am gonna have to set this. On me, this is not super, super dry. Like a lot of people in their videos are like, it's so matte, it's so dry. I don't feel any of that. It does have a smell. I do feel like a slight, I don't want to say a tingle, but like it's mostly where I put the under eye primer, which kind of has a cooling effect. So I don't know. So far, I like the way that this looks, but we just need to see how long it wears. I also love that I don't have to mix any shades and that F5.20 is my perfect shade. It looks so good. I'm very happy right now. So let's go ahead and finish up my face. But my first impression of this is that it looks great. It went on easy. I was able to build it where I needed to. A little bit goes a long way. It's not overly drying or mattifying. I have a shade. Like so far, I'm happy. And the coverage is really good because I have darkness on my lip. You can still see it peeking through just a little bit. Like it looks like a little shadow. I'm not mad at that though, because I was able to cover all the other scarring I have. My upper lip though doesn't really bother me that much. Okay, let's take a sip of coffee and then finish up the makeup. It's gonna be very simple, very easy look. We're gonna go on with the powder that I've been using for the past week or so, which is also another new product. I decided to, treat myself. And I told you guys, if I buy anything new, I have to get rid of 3 of the same things. So I've given up some foundations like that I'm gonna give to my sister and that she can give to her friends. I went through several powders. I've been using my stuff up. So I decided to splurge and get the Fenty Beauty Pro Filter Instant Retouch Setting Powder. And I have the shade Honey. So we're gonna use that to set my under eye. And I'm just gonna do my routine, but these are the powders that I have been I just dropped it on the floor and a bunch of it just came out. It didn't fall like upside down though, but there is a lot of powder on the floor, but that's not sanitary. I'm gonna put a little bit into the cap. Yeah, I just made a mess. And I've been setting my face using a sponge. So I'm just gonna clean it and re-moisten it. I hope my dog doesn't come in here and try to eat this powder that's on the floor. All right, so I've been cleaning my sponge before I use it every time. Just because I have acne prone skin and it just makes it damp again. So might as well just clean it. So here's what that's looking like. This is the Real Techniques like body sponge. That's why it's so big. I'm gonna dip into the powder. And I took a lot. You can see. And this is literally how I've been setting my face lately. I start with under my eyes. So we're going to see how this grabs onto the powder. How it works with this technique. And I kind of just go always back to the first eye that I apply it on and distribute it around my face. I'm pressing this into my skin. And I love the tone of this honey shade. Because I have more golden undertones, so I like that this is more of a yellow tone pattern. But it's a deeper yellow. So I've literally just been going in with this powder, especially like where I get a lot of transfer. So I go in heavily kind of under the chin. It does have a smell. It smells like the primer in my opinion. And the foundation, it's like a light kind of like florally smell. But yeah, I've really been liking the powder. I got the foundation in the shade 445, which I've been enjoying. It matches me so much better than 450. But literally, I just kind of go all over where I would need powder. The focus is under the eyes, just pressing it into the skin. Don't poke your eyeball out. Don't be too rough. I'm kind of rough with my face. Boom, I look crazy. I can put the sponge down. Now I'm going to use a fluffy brush. Whatever powder is left over in the cap, I kind of go in the other places and I dust off any excess. And so far, the foundation is not moving or anything like that. Now, after you do this, depending on like the foundation and just your skin, it may like brighten you up a little bit. That's what this powder is for. It's the brightening shade for the 300 category, I believe. So you might need to go in with like a deeper powder, but to me, it doesn't look bad. But I am going to go in with a little bit just to show you guys what I do to kind of bring everything down. But basically, I use this to heavy set under my eyes and in my T-zone and then lightly set the rest of my face because I love the golden shade of this honey color. Super, super. And it just like really blurs your skin and makes you look smooth, which I care about since I have texture and acne and pores that are visible and frequent, unfortunately. I will tell you that when I was taking Tati Westbrook's hair, skin, and nail vitamins and her kiwi, because I tried both, that my skin did do a lot better. But that is not in my budget, especially like during the holiday season and like the first 3 months of the year, because I have like a conference, the professional conferences in February and stuff that I have to attend that I have to pay for out of pocket and stuff. It's not feasible right now. But hopefully I can get back on those because they really did help my skin a lot. I also find that when I take probiotics, my skin also doesn't break out as much. Like it's just better for me. But right now it's not bad. As you can see, this side, she's beautiful. This side, we have like a minor struggle going on my cheek. So I also haven't been drinking as much water as I should. So there's other factors. But overall, my skin has been so much better than it has in the past. All right, so that's the first powder I like to go in with. And I feel like using a damp sponge with powder just really helps it sink into your skin because my face in person doesn't look powdery. I need to look closer under my eyes, but I got to get another mirror for that. All right, I'm trying to keep things tidy and neat, but since I made a spill or had a spill, not really possible right now. All right, my eyes look really smooth. Cool. So if I want to add some warmth and like color back to my face, I take a brush like this, which you can use for blush or contour or bronzer. And I like to go in with the Black Radiance Pressed Powder, oil-free formula matte finish in the shade Ebony, which is a little bit deeper than my skin. You can see. And tap off the excess. And I kind of use this like a bronzer slash contour. And I just kind of buff it right there. It's got a little bit of red tone to it, but not too much because I don't like too red of anything on my face. But I'll just take this and kind of use it like a bronzer slash contour, which would be a bronzer. This helps to add some dimension and shape to my face too. I also use this for my blush as well, so it kind of just has some colors already like in the brush. Like it just helps to add some color. Most of the time I'll lightly go over my very large forehead. As you see, I'm kind of stamping it on. I don't want to disturb my edges too much. And I bring it like kind of all the way down because I have a big forehead and we want to make it look smaller. And you just see how that added a little bit of warmth, a little bit of color. Whatever's left over, I kind of just brush around the sides of my nose. All right, that's it for that. And then I always like to go back in with the sponge just because it's damp. And I just kind of go over the powders to kind of press them into my skin. And then for today, do I want to wear highlighter today? No, I'm going to wear a more like glowy, luminous blush. I've been very into that, and it just saves me a step. So one of my favorite ones, actually, let's do this one, has been from the not Black Radiance, from a Black-owned business called Beauty Bakery. This is their coffee and cocoa palette. Better Not Bitter is what it says. Put it up close. Here you go. I've had this for a while, and I really like the shades in here. I'm going to take La Vida Mocha, this shade, and we're going to use it as a blush. It does have a little bit of glitter sheen to it, but it doesn't look like glittery on your face. It's super pigmented. Hopefully y'all can see that it's super pigmented. It gives some nice color, and it has a nice sheen, so I feel like I kind of get a highlight and blush all in one. And I'm using the same brush. I'm a huge fan of like minimizing the amount of brushes that I use, because the more brushes I use, the more brushes I gotta wash, and your girl is dicey. But I've been really into blush lately. I feel like it just gives me just some nice color to the face, youthful glow. It's also really cold outside. I feel like blush in the winter is just like a thing. I prefer it more in the winter than I do like the summer. Such a pretty color, super pigmented. I kind of go in heavy because blush is the first thing to disappear off your face. You can see the color is really, really pretty, and you can see the sheen that it has. It has a glow to it. And then I also kind of take some on the bridge of my nose, and I hit my brow bone because I'm using it kind of as both a highlight slash blush. So I just take it in those places too. Just brings the whole face together. I just make sure I'm symmetrical and even with the amount of pigmentation. All right. And then if you feel like you got too close to your nose, which I do a little bit, I just go in with the fluffier powder brush and kind of just buff the edges closest to my nose. All right, so that's it for my skin. So far, I'm really liking the way the foundation looks. Everything went on top really smooth, really effortless. Like there's no difference. Now that's been set, it doesn't feel, it's not transferring now that it's been set like onto my hands, which are super dry. See, there's no foundation now. Now that it's been set, it feels good. It doesn't feel heavy. It doesn't feel dry to me, but I didn't use any mattifying primers because I heard how dry it is. I just use a smoothing primer. Yeah, I like the way this looks right now. I'm going to do my brows, and then I've been doing a wing liner like every day, but no eyeshadow. I've also been working kind of out of order, so we're going to go ahead and do the eyeliner. I've been loving this Jante Blue long-lasting black color. I don't know what the shade number is, but it's a glittery black. This came in my BoxyCharm, I don't know when, a while ago, months ago, a few months ago. And it's a pencil, but I love it because it's a black with glitter, so it adds like a little bit of sparkle. And I'm just lining my entire upper lash line. I'm kind of getting the waterline too, so long as it doesn't make me tear up too bad. I think I'm going to skip the wing today because, like I said, I am behind schedule. But I am going to try and like extend it just a little bit past my eye. Like so. I've just been finding that eyeliner, like just adding this step instead of just going straight into mascara, really brings out my eyes a little bit more. It enhances my eye shape. It just makes me look like I tried a little bit, like a little bit harder. And I love that this has glitter in it. Have I mentioned that? I like the little subtle sparkle. You can't see it really on camera, but in person, you can see the little sparkle that it has. This one came out a lot better when I extended it than this side. Let's see if we can get those to match. All right. Normally I do my wing with the liquid eyeliner and then go over top of it with this pencil, just on the outer, literally just the wing part, so that it sparkles too. But this is good. So we have kind of like a soft little wing, which I like. I love the glitter. Y'all can kind of see the sparkle. But I feel like it just really brings out my eyes, which I like. We're going to skip around and jump to the brows. Like I said, I've been doing stuff kind of out of order. That's okay. And for my brows, I'll be using the same Wet Mod retractable eyeliner pencil. My skin feels very like velvety. It feels really good. Like I'm really liking the way this foundation is wearing on my skin right now. And I did swatch it on my hand last night to see. I'm glad I only had to open one and I can take one back that hasn't been used, hasn't even been, I didn't even open the box. Like, It's in perfect condition. Yeah, I'm behind schedule, but I'm still good. I've just been liking to get to work a lot earlier these days. The color is so good. Look at the color with my body. Like, for once on camera, I don't look too dark or too light or too green or anything. It just looks good. Thanks, Morphe. Look at the difference though, one brow without a brow. Like, me filling my brows really does make a difference. If I had full eyebrows that you could actually see against my skin tone, I wouldn't fill them in. But clearly, it's not the case for me. It looks like I'm actually gonna have a good brow day, even though I'm low-key brushing a little bit. But yeah, so far I'm liking this foundation a lot. And I can see this being a go-to for every day. In rotation with my Fenty Beauty in 445 because I don't have to mix shades. I've been loving mixing foundations to get like my perfect shade and undertone and like perfect finish and all that. I've been loving that. But when I'm running late or running behind or just feeling lazy, which happens sometimes, I'm not feeling inspired to like really do my makeup, it's nice to just know that I can grab one foundation and get everything that I need. I am really liking the way my brows are coming out today, which I said is a shock to me because I'm brushing. God is good. He is good. He said, thou brows shall not look like you were brushing. Amen. Wow, I really like how they look. They're almost like perfectly symmetrical. Your girl is like, I'm happy. All right, so the last things I do are mascara and then a lip. I keep my look very simple. And for mascara, what's the fastest one I can put on? Let's do Monsieur Big. Monsieur Big from Lancôme. This is a deluxe sample. This was the birthday gift for 2018, December, from Ulta. And my puff looks good. The definition is nice. She's moisturized. She's thriving. My hair has been doing really good lately. Ever since I actually got it straightened, ever since then. And after, like my hair just, she trimmed it for me. And I just feel like ever since then, it's been so healthy. It's just been doing so well. Makes me happy. All right, I'm going in with mascara. Yeah, I feel like the liner really makes a difference and adds to the look versus just doing mascara. And then if you do get a little bit of your mascara like on your liner, it's so much better than having it get like on your lid, because I feel like I need to fix that because I'm slightly a perfectionist, but not really when it comes to my makeup. Like, I don't know. I just don't want to be out here in these streets looking like I don't know what I'm doing, because I feel like I do, for my face at least, you know, and I'm really good at recommending things to other people because I have so much product knowledge because I've tried so many different things. Which is why I loved working at Ulta. Oh, hopefully I'll get to work there again. Yeah, I need to call about that actually again, but the current manager is not there right now because he's getting promoted and he's out doing things and making moves. So I actually need to call them Saturday morning. I had to show up again on Saturday morning. I really do miss working at Ulta. I miss working in the beauty industry. I really do love it. But yeah, so far, I am really liking this Morphe foundation. Like, really liking. I don't think I'm going to be repurchasing any high-end foundations anymore, just because so many of them from the drugstore are like foundations under $20 that work just as good as some of my high-end. And I might make a whole video on like what I think is comparable, and like they're not exact dupes, but we'll call them cousin foundations, you know, foundation cousins. That's literally what I'm going to call the video. They're not exactly the same, but they are super duper related. They definitely share a significant amount of DNA. You know what I'm saying? They might have grown up a little bit differently, you know? They live in two different stores and two different places, but they're like cousins. They're like sister cousins. Like, you know, those cousins that you're really close to that you call them your sister or your brother. It's like that kind of cousin that you're really close to, but y'all got different parents, different manufacturers, different companies, different brands. You see what I'm saying here? So yeah, that's literally what I'm going to call the video. I make that today because I'm in a good mood and it just came to me, that idea. And there's several that I've been testing that I'm like, this reminds me so much of this, but this is like $40 less expensive. Why am I paying for X, you know? So yeah, look forward. You can look for that video. I'm probably going to just do it after. I'll do my update on this, and then I will talk about, if it's a positive update, then this reminds me of something, another foundation. So it'll be in the video. We'll do the update, and then we'll do the foundation cousins all in one video. For some odd reason, the lashes on this eye never show as well as the lashes on this eye. It's because I cut these ones off a really long time ago, like with scissors. Like I literally cut them on purpose, and then I accidentally cut my lashes off on this side when I was trying to trim lashes on my eye, which is not safe. Don't do it. And now they're just, I feel like they'll never be the same. I'm really trying over here. Dang, I need to get going. I like to try and leave before 7, even though my school's only 15 minutes away and I have to be there by 7:25. On a good day, I'll leave at like 6:20, between 6:20 and 6:40. That's early for me. And then on my medium days, I'll leave between 6:40 and 6:55. And then on my later days, I leave between 6:55 and like 7:10. And I'm like pushing it to get there. But like everything is ready. That's the thing about being a music teacher, is like I teach the same lesson for the whole week. So it's like everything is basically ready. Like I might just need to change the date on the board. But everything is ready. Like the lesson is ready. I know what I'm teaching. The materials are usually relatively close by and all together because I already taught the lesson the previous day. So yeah. I just like to get there early to just regroup, refocus, recenter, and get like reset for a new day. I don't know, I just like to do that. I've also been skipping mascara on the bottom, just nothing on the bottom lately. And I've really been enjoying that as well. If I want to be fancy, sometimes I'll put a colored pencil on the lower, but a lot of times I've just been skipping it completely. I just feel like it gives me a very young, like almost like doll-like look, makes my eyes look a little bit more open. And then a lip, I've been really into brown liner and lip gloss, or brown liner and a pinky tone gloss lately. What do I feel like today though? Let's wear this NYX Intense Butter Gloss in the shade Chocolate Apple. I really like this shade. It's like a reddish brown. It's really pretty, but the thing is it transfers a lot. So let me try and finish this coffee real quick. Okay, Morphe, I see you. My face is looking, it's looking really cute. We just need to see how long this lasts and if I get oily. Right now, I don't see any oils breaking through. It just looks like a natural matte finish, honestly. This looks good. Like, I'm happy right now, but we gotta see how it lasts, how it wears. What am I looking for in this drawer? Oh, put this away. I haven't worn my signature like puff in such a long time. This is like my go-to hairstyle all 2017, literally, and like half of 2018 when I taught in Ridgeland. I just wore puff like every day. I love the way my face came out today. Like, I'm very happy right now. I could turn this like to a mole or something, but I've just been letting it chill. Are y'all seeing how good this color match is though? Morphe. I'm really happy right now. A lot of people said that it like settled into their lines. I don't see it settling into my lines. Like, you can see the lines of my forehead a little bit. I do have creases in my forehead, but you can't really see. It still looks very smooth. Like, you have to like get up in my epidermis to see to see the lines that are there. They're very fine. Under my eyes, it's still smooth. It's not settling in those at all. But you can see that I do have lines in there, like when I look down. But when I look up and like stretch the skin, you can still see it smooth. Nothing has gathered. I don't really have smile lines, but I do have these little creases on the side of my mouth, which even there, I don't see it like collecting like sometimes foundations do. Sometimes foundations disappear from these little things, right? Just on the corners of my mouth. I don't see this foundation doing that yet. So I'm having a very positive first impression compared to a lot of other people, their first impressions. I could have been the model for this shade. F5.20 looks so good. So good. So good. So good. The only thing is, I don't think that this is like full coverage, at least not for me. I had to go in with like a second layer where I have all my pigmentation. So it's like medium plus. It's close to full, but not like full. All right, I finally finished the coffee. I'm not going to go in with a lighter. We're just going to go straight in with Chocolate Apple NYX Intense Butter Gloss. This color is so pretty. I've been diffusing again. Like, I took a while from like diffusing essential oils because I ran out of my favorites. And ever since I started diffusing again, my mood has been better. I believe in the power of essential oils. I don't remember this being this red, but it's cute. So I'm going to take my finger and kind of blend it out and then take off all the excess from the applicator. I'll go in and touch up the edges. Oh, I do see it starting to crease a little bit now. Mostly just on this side of my lip, though, in that corner area. I love my lips. Can I just say that? This color makes them look so good. So I love my makeup today. This look is super simple, super easy. It makes my teeth look good too. And yeah, look forward to that update on how this foundation wears this afternoon. And the foundation cousins video about, you know, I'm going to call them perfect dupes, but drugstore alternatives that are very similar to some of the most popular high-end foundations coming to you after school today. It is 6:32. I think I can still leave by 6:45 and be like on my medium track for the day. Because, you know, I have my like good, my excellent when I'm there super early, and then my medium, and then my like, ooh, I'm still on time, but I'm just not as early as I want to be. So I love that this look came out. I love this NYX Intense Butter Gloss. I love these because they don't feel dry, but the color and the pigmentation is really pretty. But yeah, here's one last look at the foundation, like close up. I'm gonna get real close so y'all can see. You can see the texture of my skin. See how it's sitting on my skin, which I feel like it looks really good. I feel like it looks very natural in my opinion because the color match is so good. You can see how it's gathering right there. That's the only issue I see so far, but that's normal for all my foundations. Get up in my nose. Sometimes I lose foundation under my nose because I do this a lot. But so far, I'll do the eyes. So far, so good with this Morphe foundation. Like I said, I'll give y'all an update after school. Let me go get dressed. I just feel good today. I'm feeling blessed. I feel blessed every day, but I'm feeling like extra blessed. Maybe something good. Maybe I'm gonna get good news today or something. Watch me get observed today teaching. That'd be funny. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys have a thrilling, thankful Thursday. Hope you're feeling as good as I am this morning. And I'll see y'all after school with an update on how this wore. So we'll say I put it on at 6 a.m. just to be fair, even though it was a little bit before 6. So yeah, 6 a.m. is when I put it on. I've only had the foundation on really for about 45 minutes. Yeah, this video is about to be 45 minutes long. So yeah, I'll update you guys after school. Again, have a good day. See y'all later. Bye.